Standing at a majestic height of over 21,000 feet, Mount Kailash is not just another mountain in the Himalayas. It is a geographical marvel and an enduring enigma that has captivated humanity's attention for millennia. Located in the remote reaches of the Tibetan plateau in China, Mount Kailash is a testament to nature's grandeur and enduring beauty. Additionally, Mount Kailash has been the site of unexplained phenomena, which some experts believe are signs of celestial activities. Something about this mountain makes it impossible to climb, even for the world's most adventurous climbers. Why is Mount Kailash an impossible mountain to climb? How did ancient civilizations build the enigmatic caves hidden in its mountain range? Is Mount Kailash ground zero for celestial and extraterrestrial activities? Join us in today's video as we explore how scientists discovered an ancient cave inside Mount Kailash in Tibet that defies all logic. Mount Kailash is located in the Nari prefecture of Tibet, a region often described as the roof of the world. This remote area is characterized by its stark high-altitude desert terrain, which contrasts sharply with the lush valleys of Nepal to the south and the rolling steppes of Central Asia to the north. The mountain itself rises majestically above the Bara plain, with the sacred Lake Manasarovar and Lake Rakshasta lying at its feet. This creates a landscape that is both awe-inspiring and serene, surrounded by some of the world's most formidable mountain ranges, making it an isolated giant. It is part of the Trans-Himalayas, a lesser-known range compared to the more famous Himalayas, yet equally dramatic. This isolation has preserved its pristine condition and heightened its mystique, drawing pilgrims and adventurers from all corners of the globe. What sets Mount Kailash apart is not just its stunning geography but its profound spiritual significance. Mount Kailash's resistance to climbing isn't just a matter of cultural respect or governmental regulation, it seems to possess a will of its own. Unlike the mythical Mount Olympus of Greece, where gods reside and mortals are forbidden, Mount Kailash stands aloof, impervious to human conquest. Climbers who have approached the mountain often speak of an inexplicable energy, a sense that they are trespassing into a domain not meant for human footsteps. Mount Kailash has also been intriguing to geologists and scientists. Its pyramidal structure is remarkably symmetrical, leading some to speculate about its formation. Some believe that the mountain might be a man-made pyramid of ancient origin, although science attributes its shape to natural geological processes. Speaking of ancient structures, the rugged hills of Maharashtra stand as a testament to architectural genius and artistic splendor. Among the 34 rock-cut temples and monasteries at Ellora, the Kailash Temple, also known as Cave 16, emerges as the crowning glory. This magnificent structure, carved entirely from a single rock, showcases the advanced engineering and artistic skills of the 8th century Indian artisans under the Rashtrakuta dynasty. The Rashtrakuta dynasty ruled large parts of the Indian subcontinent from the 6th to the 10th centuries and was known for its patronage of art and culture. King Krishna I, who reigned from 756 to 774 CE, commissioned the construction of the Kailash Temple. His vision was to create a monument that would emulate Mount Kailash, the mythical abode of Lord Shiva in Hindu mythology. The result was a structure that defied conventional methods of temple construction, setting a new benchmark for architectural innovation. Unlike traditional buildings constructed from the ground up, the Kailash Temple was hewn top-down from a single massive basalt rock. This method required meticulous planning and execution, as any error could have jeopardized the entire project. The artisans began by carving the roof and gradually worked their way downwards, a technique that is both awe-inspiring and mind-boggling when considering the scale and complexity of the temple. Imagine attempting to sculpt an intricate sandcastle starting from the top without the ability to add or correct any mistakes once a part is carved. This was the challenge faced by the artisans of the Kailash Temple. The temple covers an area twice the size of the Parthenon in Athens, with a height of about 98 feet and an overall length of 164 feet. It is estimated that approximately 200,000 tons of rock were excavated to create this colossal structure. The shape of Mount Kailash is nothing short of extraordinary. Imagine a colossal pyramid sculpted by nature itself, with each face pointing perfectly towards one of the cardinal directions. This geometric precision is rare in natural formations and has led to countless theories and speculations. The north face of Mount Kailash is the most formidable and awe-inspiring, characterized by sheer vertical cliffs that challenge even the most experienced climbers. The south face, while equally impressive, is more accessible and often viewed from the base camps. The east and west faces complete the symmetrical pyramid, creating an almost surreal, otherworldly presence that dominates the landscape. This precise alignment with the cardinal directions is a subject of fascination. Some suggest it might be a result of unique geological processes, while others see it as evidence of the mountain's sacred and mystical status. Regardless of the explanations, this alignment enhances the mountain's status as a natural wonder and a spiritual beacon. Mount Kailash and its surrounding region boast a rich and complex geological history. The mountain is primarily composed of granitic and metamorphic rocks, which are some of the oldest rock types on Earth. These rocks were formed over millions of years through intense heat and pressure deep within the Earth's crust. The granitic rocks, characterized by their coarse grain texture, are a testament to the mountain's ancient origins. These rocks, rich in quartz, feldspar, and mica, have withstood the test of time and the harsh climatic conditions of the region. The metamorphic rocks, on the other hand, reveal the dynamic geological processes that have shaped the area. These rocks, altered by heat and pressure, exhibit a variety of textures and compositions, adding to the mountain's rugged beauty. Surrounding Mount Kailash is a landscape marked by glacial valleys, moraines, and pristine lakes. Lake Manasarovar and Lake Rakshastal, located to the south of Mount Kailash, are among the highest freshwater lakes in the world. These lakes, with their crystal-clear waters and serene surroundings, enhance the spiritual and natural allure of the region. India is known for its strong cultural and religious history, spanning back at least 5,000 years. The ancient Indian civilization is one of the most fascinating and enduring legacies in human history. India's ancient civilization emerged in the fertile plains of the Indus Valley, primarily in what is now modern-day Pakistan and northwest India. This region, home to the Indus River and its tributaries, provided the ideal conditions for early agricultural societies. Around 2600 BCE, these societies began to coalesce into what we now recognize as the Indus Valley Civilization, also known as the Harappan Civilization. The Indus Valley Civilization was a contemporary of other early civilizations, such as those in Mesopotamia and Egypt. However, it stood out due to its remarkable urban planning, sophisticated architecture, and advanced engineering. Cities like Harappa and Mohenjo-Daro are testaments to this civilization's ingenuity, showcasing grid-like street layouts, elaborate drainage systems, and impressive public and private buildings. Harappa and Mohenjo-Daro, the twin jewels of the Indus Valley, offer a glimpse into the life of ancient Indians. These cities were meticulously planned, with streets laid out in perfect grids much like modern cities. Houses were constructed with baked bricks and featured indoor plumbing, a luxury even in some parts of the world today. The drainage system of Mohenjo-Daro is particularly noteworthy. Each house was connected to a centralized sewage system, demonstrating a high level of public hygiene and urban management. The Great Bath of Mohenjo-Daro, a large public bathing area, indicates the importance of ritual purity and communal life in Harappan society. One of the most intriguing aspects of the Indus Valley civilization is its script. Thousands of inscriptions on seals, pottery, and other artifacts have been discovered, but to this day, the Indus script remains undeciphered. These enigmatic symbols offer a tantalizing glimpse into the thoughts and daily lives of the ancient Harappans, but their true meanings continue to elude modern scholars. Deciphering the script could unlock countless secrets about the social, economic, and religious practices of this ancient civilization. The economy of the Indus Valley civilization was primarily based on agriculture, with wheat, barley, and peas being the main crops. The fertile plains of the Indus River allowed for surplus production, which in turn supported urban growth and trade. Evidence suggests that the Harappans engaged in extensive trade with neighboring regions, including Mesopotamia, as indicated by the discovery of Indus Valley seals in Mesopotamian cities. The Harappans were also skilled craftsmen. Artifacts made of bronze, gold, and semi-precious stones have been found, showcasing their expertise in metallurgy and jewelry making. Pottery, often adorned with intricate designs, reflects their artistic sensibilities in everyday life. The social structure of the Indus Valley civilization is a topic of much debate. Unlike contemporary civilizations, there is no clear evidence of palaces or grandiose tombs, which suggests a more egalitarian society. The uniformity in housing and the absence of significant wealth disparity in grave goods indicate that the Harappans might have had a relatively classless society. Daily life in the Indus Valley was likely vibrant and communal. The presence of large granaries suggests that food storage and distribution were centrally managed, possibly indicating an organized government. Public baths and wells point to a strong emphasis on hygiene and public welfare. Religion and spirituality were integral to the Harappan way of life. Though much about their beliefs remains shrouded in mystery, numerous seals depict animals, mythical creatures, and possibly deities, suggesting a rich pantheon of gods and goddesses. The Pashupati seal, for example, shows a figure seated in a yogic posture surrounded by animals, which some scholars believe represents a precursor to the Hindu god Shiva. The Harappans also engaged in artistic and cultural activities. The discovery of terracotta figurines, toys, and intricate beadwork reveals a society that valued creativity and expression. Music, dance, and possibly even theatrical performances might have been common forms of entertainment and religious ritual. Around 1900 BCE, the Indus Valley civilization began to decline. The reasons for this decline are still debated among historians and archaeologists. Climate change, shifting river patterns, and overuse of resources might have contributed to the gradual abandonment of these once thriving cities. As the urban centers dwindled, the population dispersed into smaller communities, paving the way for the emergence of new cultures and civilizations. Despite its decline, the legacy of the Indus Valley civilization endures. It laid the foundations for subsequent Indian civilizations, influencing their urban planning, architecture, and societal organization. The spiritual and cultural practices of the Harappans also left an indelible mark on the Indian subcontinent, contributing to the rich tapestry of traditions that define India today. Exploring the ancient Indian civilization is like embarking on a journey through time. Each artifact, each ruined city, and each undeciphered inscription adds a piece to the puzzle of our shared human heritage. The story of the Indus Valley civilization is not just a tale of the past, it is a reminder of the ingenuity, resilience, and creativity that define the human spirit. The story of the discovery of the Ellora caves is just as interesting as the history of the region. It is the year 1819, a time when British officers stationed in India often embarked on leisurely expeditions into the wild, driven by a sense of adventure and curiosity about this exotic land. It was during one such expedition that Captain John Smith stumbled upon a discovery that would forever alter our understanding of India's rich cultural heritage, the Ellora caves. Captain John Smith was not an archaeologist or a historian, he was a British officer serving in colonial India, whose duties often included patrolling and surveying the vast territories under British control. Like many officers of his time, he enjoyed exploring the Indian countryside, drawn to its mystery and beauty. On a fateful day in 1819, Smith set out on one of these excursions with his party, unaware that he was about to make a groundbreaking discovery. As the group ventured deeper into the forested hills of Maharashtra, they encountered an area thick with undergrowth and seemingly untouched by human activity. It was in these basaltic hills, concealed by centuries of neglect, that Smith and his companions came across the entrance to what appeared to be an ancient cave. Intrigued by the discovery, Captain Smith and his party began to clear away the vegetation. What emerged from beneath the foliage was nothing short of astonishing, the entrance to a series of caves carved into the rock. These were not ordinary caves, but meticulously crafted structures adorned with intricate carvings and sculptures. Smith had stumbled upon the Ellora caves, a complex of rock-cut temples and monasteries that spanned several centuries and reflected the confluence of Buddhist, Hindu, and Jain traditions. Among these caves, one stood out as a crowning achievement of ancient Indian architecture and engineering, the Kailash Temple, also known as Cave 16. This temple, dedicated to Lord Shiva, was unlike anything Smith had ever seen. It was not built in the traditional sense but carved top-down from a single massive rock. The sheer scale and precision of this monolithic structure were mind-boggling, raising questions about the capabilities and ingenuity of its creators. Amidst the awe and excitement of this discovery, Captain John Smith did something that would leave a permanent mark on the history of the Ellora caves. In what was a common practice among explorers of his time, Smith inscribed his name and the date of the discovery on a pillar inside Cave 10. The inscription read, John Smith, 1819. To modern eyes, this act might seem like historical vandalism. However, in the context of the early 19th century, such inscriptions were often seen as records of discovery, akin to planting a flag on newfound territory. While today's archaeologists and historians might frown upon such practices, Smith's inscription serves as a tangible reminder of the moment when the Ellora Caves were reintroduced to the world. The Ellora Caves, now recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, comprise 34 caves that stretch over 2 kilometers. These caves are divided into 3 groups, reflecting the religious diversity of ancient India: 12 Buddhist caves, 17 Hindu caves, and 5 Jain caves. Each group showcases the unique artistic and architectural styles of its respective faith. The Kailash temple, however, remains the most remarkable feature of the Ellora caves. Commissioned by King Krishna I of the Rashtrakuta dynasty in the 8th century, the temple reveals the advanced engineering and artistic skills of the time. The temple's construction involved removing approximately 200,000 tons of rock, a feat that required meticulous planning and execution. The result is a structure that is not only grand in scale but also intricate in detail, with elaborate carvings depicting scenes from Hindu mythology, particularly the tales of Lord Shiva. The rediscovery of the Ellora Caves by Captain John Smith had profound implications for the study of Indian history and culture. It brought to light the incredible achievements of ancient Indian civilization, highlighting their sophisticated understanding of architecture, engineering, and art. The caves, particularly the Kailash temple, challenged contemporary notions of ancient societies, revealing a level of skill and craftsmanship that seemed almost superhuman. Smith's discovery also spurred further exploration and documentation of India's ancient sites. The Archaeological Survey of India, established in 1861, undertook the task of systematically studying and preserving these historical treasures. Early scholars and explorers like James Burgess and later Ghulam Yazdani conducted detailed studies, producing extensive reports and books that continue to be invaluable resources for understanding India's past. Today, the Ellora Caves attract visitors from around the world, each drawn by the allure of their historical and artistic significance. The caves showcase the ingenuity and devotion of their creators, symbolizing India's rich and diverse cultural heritage. As we walk through these ancient halls, marveling at the intricate carvings and the sheer scale of the Kailash temple, we are reminded of the remarkable journey of discovery that began with Captain John Smith's accidental adventure in 1819. In a bid to maintain this cave and other historical sites in India, the Archaeological Survey of India, ASI, was instituted. Founded in 1861, the ASI has been at the forefront of archaeological research and heritage preservation in India. They are a dedicated team of detectives, piecing together clues from the past to protect and preserve the country's rich history. Their mission extends far beyond mere excavation. It encompasses the conservation, restoration, and promotion of India's archaeological treasures. When the ASI took on the task of preserving the Ellora Caves, they faced a monumental challenge. These caves, with their intricate carvings and grand structures, were not just historical relics but living embodiments of India's artistic and cultural zenith. Over the years, the ASI has implemented various measures to maintain the structural integrity and aesthetic beauty of the caves. They have employed modern scientific techniques to stabilize the rock structures, prevent water damage, and halt the wear and tear caused by time and tourism. James Burgess, a British archaeologist, played a pivotal role in the early documentation and study of the Ellora Caves. Think of Burgess as one of the first detectives on the scene, meticulously recording every detail he found. His work in the late 19th century was groundbreaking. Burgess conducted extensive surveys, created detailed maps, and took numerous photographs, which became invaluable resources for future researchers. Burgess's enthusiasm for India's ancient heritage was infectious. He believed that these historical sites were not just remnants of a bygone era but vital pieces of the cultural puzzle that defined the subcontinent. His efforts in cataloging and studying the Ellora Caves laid the foundation for systematic archaeological research in India. His comprehensive reports and publications provided a wealth of information, ensuring that the magnificence of the Ellora Caves would be recognized globally. Fast forward to the early 20th century, and we meet Ghulam Yazdani, an Indian archaeologist whose work was instrumental in the conservation of the Ellora Caves. Yazdani's approach was hands-on and forward-thinking. He can be likened to a skilled surgeon, carefully attending to the delicate structures of the caves to ensure their longevity. Yazdani's contributions went beyond mere preservation. He was passionate about educating the public and fostering an appreciation for India's historical sites. He conducted thorough studies and produced detailed descriptions of the caves' art and architecture. His publications included meticulous drawings and photographs, capturing the intricate details of the carvings and sculptures. Mount Kailash holds profound spiritual significance in four major religions: Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, and Bon. All believe that the mountain is the axis mundi, the center of the earth. For Hindus, Mount Kailash is considered the abode of Lord Shiva, one of the principal deities of the Hindu pantheon. It is believed that Shiva resides on the summit, meditating and bestowing blessings upon his devotees. Buddhists revere the mountain as the home of Demchok, a representation of supreme bliss. Jains believe it to be the site where the first Tirthankara, Rishabhanatha, attained liberation. The followers of the ancient Bon religion consider Mount Kailash the seat of all spiritual power. Each year, thousands of pilgrims undertake the arduous journey to circumambulate the mountain, a practice known as the Kailash Kora. This 32-mile trek around the base of Mount Kailash is believed to erase the sins of a lifetime, offering a unique intersection of spiritual devotion and physical endurance. As pilgrims embark on this sacred journey, they are guided not only by their unwavering devotion but also by the wisdom of ancient traditions. Each step is imbued with ritual significance, from the auspicious clockwise direction of the circumambulation to the sacred mantras chanted in reverence. It is said that completing the Kora bestows immense spiritual merit, a cleansing of the soul that transcends the physical realm. For some, it is a profound act of gratitude, an offering of devotion to the deities they revere. For others, it is a transformative journey of self-discovery, a chance to shed the burdens of the material world and embrace a higher state of consciousness. The pilgrimage circuit around Mount Kailash is not merely a spiritual endeavor, it is also a testament to human resilience and the indomitable spirit that drives us to push beyond our limits. It is a journey where the air is thin, and the elements are unforgiving. As pilgrims navigate the treacherous paths, they are met with breathtaking vistas that seemingly defy the laws of nature. Towering peaks, ancient glaciers, and crystalline lakes paint a landscape that is awe-inspiring and humbling, reminding us of the sheer power and majesty of the natural world. The Chinese government's ban on climbing Mount Kailash is a testament to the profound reverence accorded to this hallowed ground. Authorities have taken a firm stance, prohibiting any attempts to summit the peak, citing its sacred status and the need to preserve the sanctity of this site for the countless pilgrims who embark on the arduous journey to bask in its spiritual aura. Imagine a place so revered that even the most seasoned adventurers must put aside their climbing aspirations and approach it with utmost humility and respect. Mount Kailash is not merely a geographical feature, it is a living embodiment of faith, a revelation of the enduring power of belief that transcends cultural boundaries. One of the most puzzling aspects of this sacred mountain is its bizarre weather patterns. This is a region where the rules of nature seem to bend and twist, defying our conventional understanding of meteorology. Locals and visitors alike have reported witnessing clouds that defy gravity, swirling and dancing around the peak in mesmerizing patterns, almost as if they possess a mind of their own. But the mysteries don't stop there. Numerous accounts describe strange luminous phenomena, akin to ghostly lights flickering across the mountaintop, casting an ethereal glow that leaves observers spellbound. It's as if the mountain itself is putting on a celestial light show, beckoning us to unravel its secrets. These peculiarities have fueled speculation and theories that would make even the most skeptical minds pause. Some believe that Mount Kailash is not merely a geological formation but a powerful energy vortex, a nexus of spiritual and cosmic forces that transcend our understanding. Others, with a more scientific bent, theorize that the mountain's unique composition or electromagnetic properties could be responsible for these bizarre occurrences. Some residents of the region also see Mount Kailash as a gateway to other realms or dimensions, possibly a cosmic portal connecting our world to the universe beyond. Proponents of this theory point to ancient legends and accounts of extraterrestrial visitations, citing the mountain as a potential landing site for otherworldly beings. It is very possible that the strange lights and weather patterns are not mere natural phenomena but glimpses into a greater cosmic tapestry. It is also possible that the mountain serves as a beacon, guiding intelligent beings from across the cosmos to our planet. However, with the popularity and influx of pilgrims and tourists, the delicate ecosystem and aura of the mountain are at risk of being compromised. In response to this pressing challenge, the Chinese government has taken a proactive stance, implementing a comprehensive conservation strategy to safeguard this revered site for generations to come. It's a Herculean effort that demands a delicate balance between preserving sacred traditions and protecting the fragile environment that surrounds the celestial peak. The conservation efforts undertaken by the Chinese authorities are akin to safeguarding a priceless cultural treasure, a task that requires unwavering dedication and a deep understanding of the site's profound significance. At the heart of these conservation efforts lies a multifaceted approach that addresses both the natural and human-induced threats to Mount Kyo's delicate ecosystem. From implementing stringent regulations on waste management and visitor conduct to investing in cutting-edge technologies for environmental monitoring and restoration, no stone is left unturned in the quest to preserve this sacred site's pristine beauty. One of the key challenges faced by conservationists is the impact of climate change on the region's fragile alpine environment. Rising temperatures, melting glaciers, and shifting weather patterns pose a significant threat to the delicate balance of this high-altitude ecosystem. In response, the Chinese government has partnered with leading scientific institutions and environmental organizations to conduct comprehensive research and develop adaptive strategies to mitigate the effects of climate change. The government has assembled a dedicated team of researchers to monitor the glacial retreat and study the intricate web of alpine flora and fauna of the ecosystem. It's a race against time, a battle to safeguard not only the physical integrity of Mount Kyo's but also the intricate tapestry of life that thrives in its shadow. However, the conservation efforts extend far beyond the realm of scientific endeavors. The Chinese authorities have also recognized the crucial role of local communities and spiritual traditions in preserving the sanctity of Mount Kyo's. By fostering partnerships with indigenous groups and religious organizations, they have sought to integrate traditional ecological knowledge and spiritual practices into their conservation strategies. From incorporating sustainable practices in the pilgrimage circuit to educating visitors on the importance of respecting sacred sites, these initiatives aim to cultivate a deep reverence for Mount Kyo's and foster a sense of stewardship among all who venture into its hallowed realm. There have been continued challenges and obstacles on the path to effective conservation. The increasing popularity of Mount Kyo's as a tourist destination poses a unique set of challenges, as the influx of visitors can inadvertently contribute to environmental degradation and disrupt the sacred atmosphere of the site. To address this, the Chinese authorities have implemented a comprehensive visitor management system, limiting the number of tourists and pilgrims allowed to access the site at any given time. This controlled access alleviates the strain on the fragile ecosystem and also preserves the sanctity of the pilgrimage experience, ensuring that devotees can embark on their spiritual journey without the intrusion of overcrowding. In an era where technological prowess and human ambition often lead to the domination of nature, Mount Kyo stands as a sentinel, reminding us that some places are meant to remain untouched. Thank you for watching another episode of Space Trailway. While you are still here, click on the video on your screen to see more mind-blowing videos like this one.